now let's finally move on to the finishing touch, the sound pipe. So, what kind of sounds are we expecting to get out of this? Mint. Hopefully now that will give you a rough idea of what you should expect on Harley here. I mean, it can vary depending on the spokes, what you use for your inputs, and how you set up your tunage. So I'm going to go ahead and start mounting the sound pipe together. Let's begin. All this had plenty of time to dry, and I think it would be safe to start mounting it if we're just careful not to scratch it up. Just gotta be careful, and also gotta screw our pieces together. So I'm just gonna start by putting the frame on. I'm gonna be moving a little bit slow today too, because unfortunately my legs hurt from yesterday. We did get a lot done though, I'll say that. I need to get my screwdriver first. One more thing too. If you guys are interested in a tutorial someday on how to make one, smash that thumbs up button and I will give you some tips and tricks. I'll do it at the same time in this video here, but you better pay attention now. So, your main idea here is to mount it. I like to use hose clamps to mount it. First I gotta get it in. How do I get this in? I don't remember. Sometimes you could just take it apart like this. This won't come apart though, don't worry. Nobody panic. But yeah, I like to mount it on the outside like that. You get a loose fitting with the hose clamp. And yeah. I gotta get started with the hose clamp. Try and use duct tape when you can on places, or not on everything, but just everything that you can, so it doesn't damage the bike or your sound pipe. Watch out for the chain and make sure you have it tight enough so they're not intersecting each other, you know. Go ahead and mount the second piece. Get a good press fit. Mount it in the same location. Mount the same hose clamp in the same location here. Gotta watch out for my wires. I probably should have wired this after I put the sound pipe on, but I think it'll be okay. I mean, I zip tied it pretty well, and I tidied it up the best I can. I'm actually kind of proud of it. So, we're going to take our muffler bits here. That's what I like to call them. I already went ahead and screwed the holes in, and all the holes have been drilled. If you've seen it in the last part, if I've shown a clip that has it, we're just gonna loosely fit them and finish tightening our hose clamps, just so we can get an idea of like how this is gonna look, and if I need to do any quick adjusting or anything like that. We're eventually gonna put 2 more screws in when we finish adjusting the sound pipes in, so it doesn't fall off when we're riding. Well, this side's gonna be fun because there's cable here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh well, that's okay. This already looks pretty cool already. You can check it out. So now we just gotta finish tightening our hose clamps so this pipe doesn't fall off, and then we can begin adjusting. This doesn't go anywhere, if you get what I mean. Each side and 1 or 2 at the top, depending on your setup. What I mean setup is your frame. The more you have, the more security you got. Check it just to see if it has a secure fit, and it should be good. Thankfully, with this fender rack here, these little support bars actually help it. I mean, you could potentially put another hose clamp here, but it's not. I'm not saying it's recommended, but it's not needed. Let's put it that way. So now we got to flip the bike over and then attach our inputs. Now, different water bottles will give out different outputs based on the little bits here. The little I don't know what they're called, little creases or anything. But to get the muffler sound, what you want to do is you want to remove the cap, so you can hear the vibrations of the bottle come into your sound pipe and out at the back. So I don't know how you want to attach it, but best way is just to use duct tape. So just going to go ahead and get a nice roll out, if I can open it up. Come on, there we go. It'll look hideous, but when this is up on the other side, the bottle faces downward, so it won't be as visible. Slot it in, and then tape it up. You might want to pass it a few times so it has a nice secure fit without falling off, but the stronger your duct tape, the less passes you'll need. Once we can get it out nice and securely. Now, you can also put a little piece on the side that hits the spokes for a different sound, or a mute in some cases. But I'm gonna just quite gently tilt it in and then hold on to it and just start cranking. Ah! Something else is in it. It takes a lot of tuning, but eventually you'll get something. So I'm gonna work with this for a little bit, and I'll catch you in a better result. Okay, so after a little bit of tuning and kind of just debugging and everything, I decided just to go with one input. That's normally not what I do, because I like to be a noisemaker, and that's kind of what I did over there with Midnight, my other mountain bike I have here. But Harley, though, I mean, first of all, when it rattles, you can hear it creaking in the spokes, but you know, I can't help that. And also, I think we got to redo some cable managing back here or something, because I can't bend this one inward any further if I were to tune it. But if you take a listen, I like the result. Whoa! If I don't fall back, that is. Here we go. So if you do it correctly, it should sound something like this. Results may vary. So let me tell you some pros, some notes, and some cons about having a sound pipe just like this. Starting with the pros. First of all, with plastic water bottles, they sound great. Plastic water bottles are efficient, they last a little longer, and you can experiment and play, just get the sound that you want. Some notes though with that though is, I mean, all water bottles, as I said earlier, are different. I mean, Aquafina is one of my favorite brands. Crystal Geyser is another one, but you kind of have to experiment. Arrowhead is another one, but there are a lot of them out there, but it's just the texture that they make. Some cons though is if not adjusted correctly, you'll have to do a lot of adjusting, and maybe that might make the input not last as longer. And again, there could be something better out there to do this. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it with this build. I mean, if there's any other tidying up I need to do, then that's what I need to do. But other than that, this beach cruiser is done for the time being. I mean, it's kind of what I wanted at this rate. I mean, I can't think of anything else to add, and maybe like a charging system for the battery. But you know, I have a little float charger inside my house here to keep the 12-volt charged. Anyway, guys, if you like the video, or if you like the series, hit that thumbs up, and then go ahead and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys around.